Have you ever been frustrated when your app's observer methods just don't seem to work? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into the issue of LifecycleObserver not functioning as expected. I totally get it. It can be incredibly annoying when you expect your code to work seamlessly, but it just doesn't. Many developers face this issue, and it can feel like you're hitting a brick wall. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user mentioned that their observer methods are not being called, even though they tested their ViewPager cycler and it worked perfectly in the old school way. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing this issue? It often comes down to how the lifecycle observer is set up or how the lifecycle events are being triggered. We'll break it down step by step. And stick around. I've got a crucial tip at the end that will help ensure your lifecycle observer works flawlessly. To begin troubleshooting why the observer methods are not being called, the user should ensure that the ViewPager cycler is properly registered as an observer in the activity's lifecycle. Next, the user should verify that the lifecycle owner is correctly implemented in the activity. This ensures that the lifecycle events are properly propagated. Now the user should check if the lifecycle observer methods are annotated correctly. The user should confirm that the annotations for onResume and onPause are properly placed. Finally, the user should ensure that the dependencies in the build.gradle file are correctly set up. This is crucial for the lifecycle components to function properly. Did you know? The concept of lifecycle management in Android was introduced to help developers avoid memory leaks and crashes. It's a game changer. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach shared by another user suggests that simply implementing lifecycle registry owner may not be sufficient. They encountered a similar issue and found that they needed to manually forward lifecycle events to the lifecycle instance. This could be due to a discrepancy in the documentation or a bug in the library. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach suggested by a user is to extend from lifecycle activity instead of a regular activity. This ensures that your activity properly implements the lifecycle owner interface. If you prefer not to extend lifecycle activity, you can implement the lifecycle registry owner interface in your custom activity or fragment. This allows you to manage lifecycle events effectively. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. One user points out that the issue may stem from extending the default activity class instead of using fragment activity from the support library. They reference a Google engineer who noted that lifecycle tracking is only enabled for fragment activity. The engineer also advises against using platform fragments, as they are often outdated and may contain bugs that have been fixed in the support library. This is important for ensuring better stability and functionality in your application. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution from another user suggests that starting from support library version 26.1.0, if your activity or fragment extends from the appropriate classes, you automatically receive lifecycle callbacks. This means you can easily add observers to the lifecycle. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. An alternative solution from another user suggests modifying the observer setup. Instead of using lifecycle.observer, they recommend using getLifecycleObserver. This change has been reported to work perfectly. Here's the tip I promised. Always test your lifecycle observer in different lifecycle states to ensure it behaves as expected. This can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these troubleshooting steps, your lifecycle observer should be working perfectly. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.